everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So it is next day and I am about to make some wax melts. I was going to try and do the wax melts and the sachets today, but I don't have enough room on the table for the molds to be put out. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the wax melts today, and then tomorrow or Saturday I'm going to test out the wax sachets two different ways. I'm going to test them out two different ways to see. But I wanted to show you this. Let me grab this real quick. Alright, so I ended up going on, of course, Amazon, and I got these dried flowers here, and they have the lavender, and they have rose, and they have a couple of other things in it. And I had tested them out using this stuff here the first time. So I think I'm going to try these again. But I'm also going to try, put that there, these little molds that I have here. So these are flower molds that I bought, and we're going to test them out. So this is what it looks like here, and I'm going to test them out tomorrow to see how they come out. If I can, I might just test them out if I have like extra left over from the wax melts today. I might just test them out and have it here just to see how it goes. So I have two of them, and the other way I can do the wax sachets is I can have different embeds on top. There we go. Different embeds on top, and then I can melt them onto the wax sachets. I've been watching some YouTube videos and I saw them. But those are the two ways I'm going to try them tomorrow. If they come out, great. If not, then I just need some more practice with them. But today I'm going to make the wax melts and get them out of the way. I have three new wax melts, and then I'm making another one that hasn't been on the table for a long time, because here in New York, people don't really buy wax melts, because I'm learning a lot of people don't know how they work. So I'm going to still make them anyway, because there are going to be people there at the other markets that maybe they want the wax melts instead of the candles. But that is it. And then I have some packages that I have to open up today that will hopefully give me some type of storage. But I have all my clamshells set out and ready to go. I have my tart wax sitting there ready to be chopped up, and I have the pot. I'm doing the double boiler method. I have the pot sitting on the stove. It is almost 80 degrees today. It is hot. I'm sweating if you can't tell, and I am sorry. I apologize in advance, but I'm going to leave the living room fan on today because it is so hot. But enough of me rambling. Let's get started on the wax melts for today. So here is my bin of tart wax, and then I have my pitcher over here set up on the snack table just so I have more room. And also, it's kind of hard to chop up this wax on my craft table because it's not as hard shell on the top. So I'm going to chop it up here, and then I'm going to, of course, put it in here and then put it on the stove to get it going. Alright, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully the audio is not that bad, because it's been a minute since I used this mic indoors. I have my clamshells out here. I'm about to measure out the first one because I'm actually going to do Cocoa Lime Be Mine. But measure out the first one here and start pouring. I do have my little thing here, my spout, to help me pour a little bit better. The only reason why I don't use this nearly as much as I should is because I hate cleaning it. And it kind of slows up the process because I have to heat it up because it's cold. And I don't want the wax to like end up going down beforehand, but it's cold. And I have to heat it up and then I have to pour the wax in it and use it. So it's like an extra step for me with that one. I'm going to measure this out first. And then I'm excited to try these new scents that I have here that I bought from Hive and Honey as wax melts. So they're going to be wax melts and they're also going to be wax sachets as well for now. And I'm really not going to like do candles with them really unless I change my mind and I smell them as the wax melts. And I also want to test them out as well for myself. But let me do this first. I think I'm going to turn the light on because it is getting dark outside and I think rain is coming maybe tomorrow. You never know these days because the weather is never what it says it's going to be. So hopefully it doesn't come and we're straight. Put this like this. We're straight with that. It not coming, but it is getting dark and I'm going to turn on this nasty light that's up above that has poor lighting and it's so dark and dim. But I am making 4 of each. And I'm not going to do too much because last time I made wax melts, which was a very long time. It's been a long time since I made wax melts. But the last time I made wax melts, I made too many of them. And then they ended up not... I'm going to just put that there. They ended up not holding up over time. So, yeah, I'm going to turn this light on because it's getting dark. But they ended up not holding up over time. So now I have to melt those down and I'll probably just use some of them and then some I'll just melt down. Maybe I'll give away some of them and then, yeah. But I'm not going to make any more of those. And then I just have 4 here. So that works out better. That way it's already 4 sets. If I sell 1 or 2, fine. But let me go ahead and heat this up a little bit because the wax is already melted so I can pour the first batch. All right, so it is still a little too hot. I just took it off the stove. So I'm waiting for the temperature to go down. But while I wait for it to go down, I did find, while I was getting my tart wax out, I found these little bottles here. I forgot that I ordered these bottles a long time ago. And these are 2-ounce amber spray bottles. So I was thinking maybe I can have like a bundle set of some of my products where I could put this in it as a small size of my regular room sprays. So I bought out 2 of them just to test and see how it works, like as far as labeling goes and as far as the products go inside of it. But I completely forgot I ordered those probably about 2 years ago and they've been sitting there this whole time. This whole time, and I didn't even think about it. But yeah, I am excited to get most of this product done. I can't believe how much product is actually on there that I have to make. And of course, every market that I do and I take inventory of, it's going to determine what I need to make moving forward. And then I also now have my 10-ounce candles on display soon. So it is a lot of product. I'm glad that I'm starting early with this stuff and not waiting until next week because I tend to procrastinate a lot when it comes to things. So I'm glad I'm doing this early and getting most of the harder products out of the way. The liquid stuff is always easy to get through. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here and I'm going to go ahead and pour it in here. Hopefully I do a good job. So today my package from Amazon came and I ordered just a couple of things. I got this portable fan for those hot days at the markets and this hole puncher for future projects. But here's the real reason for this order. Inside this box right here, I officially have a fragrance oil problem in a small living space. They are all over my crafting table, the shelf behind me, and they have flooded the top drawer of my inventory cabinet where I keep all my supplies in my bedroom. To the point where I can barely close the drawer at times when I go in there to get my regular oils out. So I went on Amazon to find a storage cart that was going to fit under my crafting table and make it easier for me to get to those oils that I need on a regular basis. So with a quick search, I found this little affordable cart here. It has 2 good sized shelves and a drawer that's good for me for when I need my labels. I could store them right in that drawer there, as well as the space on top for other things that I might need to grab on the go. It took me no time to put it together because the instructions were very simple. However, I did have a little trouble putting the drawer on because I didn't know which way, but once it was in there, it was all set. Now this makes for a perfect space and is a lifesaver because I don't have to dig through all those oils, which can become frustrating. So what do you guys think? Hey everyone, so it is the next day and it is time to label these wax melts. Now I don't have the front label because I'm still redesigning it. However, I do have these warning labels that I got from Candle Science, and the reason why I bought labels instead of making them was when I was making my own wax melt and my candle warning labels, it was just too time consuming to bring out the Cricut and cut all those labels. So I figured I would just start outsourcing and ordering the rolls of warning labels for both my candles and my wax melts and my reed diffusers. So much easier. But I am just putting these warning labels into the new wax melts. And yes, I said new wax melts. Well, 3 of them are new wax melts. 1 of them is still going to be in rotation. So the new ones are going to be Rosewood Calm, which is white rose and musk scented. Vanilla Peach Tea, which is peach and jasmine scented. And Woodland Whispers, which is jasmine and bergamot scented. And of course, I'm keeping, like I said, in the rotation, Cocoa Lime Be Mine, which is pineapple and coconut milk scented. So I'm excited to see how these scents are going to do both on the Etsy shop as well as at the markets, because I think I'm going to carry them going forward. Unlike last year, I had a cutoff time for how long I was going to take out the wax melts because they really wasn't selling. But I want to see how well these do, and it's going to help me determine whether or not to bring them out in the future. Hey everyone, so it is the next day and I'm giving you guys a little dance in the beginning of this day, but I woke up in such a good mood because today I am making wax sachets once again. This is going to be my second time making them, so I am excited. And the reason why I'm excited is because I went online and I watched some more videos. I also took some hints from comments that I found on some of my videos about this. And I think I finally worked out the proper way to make these things that's going to work for me. So I am ready to get started. I went online, like I said, and I noticed that people, before they got started, they planned out their flowers. Now, I will say, the first time I did this, I had no plan of decoration, of how I wanted it done. So I can see why those wax sachets that I made the first time around didn't come out the way that I had envisioned them to come out. But that's okay. This time around, I have it all figured out, and this is what I'm doing right now. I am laying out the lavender flowers to start off with, just to get an idea of what I want these things to look like moving forward, especially. Now, when I got this batch, this is a new box, and it has more flowers in there than the other box that I had. But when I ordered this one and I took out the lavender, I noticed that there were a lot of stems that didn't have the buds on it. So you'll see me here taking out the stem and just laying it down and then placing the different buds next to it to try and get the pattern that I want for each one. So with these flowers comes those little black tweezers that I just put to the side, and I figured I would get my cricket tweezers because those didn't work. And as you can see, this came out nicely, and I was so excited that they did. But I am done with this tray here, and I am going to go ahead and move on to the next. And I'm also going to speed this up a little bit because I'm sure you all don't want to see me place all of the flowers on there. It is very time consuming. So these are the rose petals that I am laying out for the final tray, and I really like these because I was able to use the rose petals and the rose buds. But this is the end result, and now we are going to move on to actually making them. Hey everyone, it is Sunday and wow, it has been a very productive week. Now it's time to package up the sachets here, and as you see, I got some pillow boxes, some drawstrings in white, and I have my care cards as well from Canva. So let's go ahead and count these things out. And let's get started with packaging these. Now, I am being very, very careful with taking them out because I don't want to break any of them. I want them all to be intact. And as you see, they came out exactly the way I wanted them to, which is perfect for me. I'm adding this string to it, even though I'm putting it in a drawstring bag, in case people want to take it out and show it off a little more. They have an extra string there that they can tie and hang on their closet door or inside their closet or wherever they want to within their house or apartment. I am very thrilled at how these came out, and I am so glad that I took the time to plan out each flower and the position that they were going to be in so that I knew what type of decoration I wanted for them. And I didn't say it before, but at the end of placing all the big pieces, I did crumble up some of the leaves for the rose, and I sprinkled little bits of it on there just to give it that extra sprinkled touch to it, I guess. And then of course with the lavender, I already had lavender buds, so all I had to do was just sprinkle those on top. And then I did the same thing with the other ones. I'm drawing a blank, but I did the same thing with the other ones. I crumbled up some of the leaf and I sprinkled it on top just to give it that extra touch to it. Now the square ones, I did have a little trouble with the drawstring because they were a little bigger than the bag. However, I did make it work some way, somehow. Now, I think the drawstring really adds a nice touch to them, and it stops all the little pieces that are loose, which wasn't a lot, from falling off. So I think I'm gonna keep the drawstrings for them for the future. Sorry. So these are my last two that I'm putting through, and we're going to go ahead and put them inside their pillow boxes next. Now when it came to the packaging for these things, I had no idea what I was going to put them in, but I did think of these pillow boxes here, and I'm like, oh, it's nice and simple. However, as you can see, I am having such the hardest time putting the flaps down for these things. I don't know what it is, but I really did. This is the care card that I had made up, and I figured I would slide it into the pillow box instead of the bag itself, which is something that I originally thought to do, but I'm so glad that I didn't do it that way because it was coming through the bag. But I figured out the ends of it, and this is the end result here. and I think it looks so nice. Now, I tried to do it a different way. Instead of assembling it beforehand, I went ahead and slid the wax melt and the care card inside, and it made it a little bit better to close those flaps down, seeing as there was something inside of it that can kind of hold it open. I think that was my issue in the beginning, that I didn't have anything there to like pucker it up so that it would hold it so I could flip the flaps down. But yeah, I think these pillow boxes worked out really nice for the wax sachets. There's enough room for them to slide into it and enough room for the card as well. And you're probably wondering if I'm going to put any type of decoration on it like I did the rest of my packaging. And the only thing I'm going to add is a label on the back that just gives the fragrance oil notes and how to properly use them, instructions on how to use them. I think that will work out nicely because I have no other place to put the notes or the scent or the actual name of them. So I think I'm going to make up a label and create a label and put it on the back of the box so that tells everyone what type of scents they are. But yeah, I think these worked out nicely for them. I like the pillow boxes once I got them assembled. I still have to figure out how I'm going to seal them up. But that was it for this week's video. I know it expanded over a couple of days here, so I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed watching me make some of the products for these upcoming May markets. And if you did and you like what you saw here, then go ahead and hit that like button, as well as share and comment down below. Let me know what you guys are working on currently. I would love to hear more about your products. And if you are new here, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you can be notified when the next new video comes out. So with all of that being said, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week. And don't forget to show yourself a little more appreciation. So until next time, this is Tammy saying, take care, everyone.